Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here, meandering down, or should I say up, Canyon Drive at a very, very slight elevation. About a mile or so, we will be starting today's endeavor, just a little bit of a warm-up, if you will. Something I have wanted to do, not only since I moved here, but for a very, look at this, Lieutenant Columbo? It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's TheDailyWoo.
My hydration supplies for the day is this Gatorade and a water. It's not too terribly hot. It's slightly overcast out here. In fact, you can see some clouds formulated around that iconic sign. I'm gonna find you.
I'm sure as the day progresses, it will warm up considerably and that cloud formation will fade away. That's pretty cool, right?
I've been to the general vicinity before. I've feasted my eyes upon it from the ledge at the observatory and other little trails here and there and yonder and far, but never gotten really, really close, and I've never stood above it. You can stand above the sign, and that's what I want to do.
Some call it a bucket list item. I just call it something What the heck was that noise? You hear that? The sidewalk is ending, and now it's all dirt. There's a very strange noise coming from over there.
Whatever that creature was, we don't want to get locked in here after sunset with it. That's probably why these signs are here, warning us of the beast. Ooh. There is a parking lot here, located at 2927 Canyon Drive. If you so choose to do this hike, you can drive here and park your car, or you can walk it, as I did. And there's a restroom, well, a porta potty. Might want to use that before trouncing up the mountain.
I have already broken quite a sweat. This is the starting point, if you will. If you're following along at home with the coordinates, this is where it begins. I love LA. That's a real song.
And keep in mind, honor this guy's wishes. Do not smoke out here, and do not throw a half-lit cigarette butt in this dry area. Oh, there's another parking lot there. So there's two of them. One a little closer to the trailhead, and the other, it's about 100 yards down that way on the left. Signs, signs, everywhere is sign. The gate's locked because they don't want you driving that car up through there. And if you have a dog, grab a grocery bag. That way you can pick up their fecal matter. According to this sign, it's about a 2-mile hike, whichever direction, whichever trail we take, either 1.9 miles or 2.3 miles. There's a lot of trails up here. In the future, I'll probably do quite a bit of hiking on these hills.
But keep in mind, the distance I just showed you is all, if not mostly, uphill. Adds a little bit to the experience. It's certainly no Mount Everest, but it's nothing to sneeze at either. Don't sneeze up here. Don't do it. Don't even think about sneezing.
As best I can tell, to get to there, I have to follow this pathway straight up and around to the right, and then another swooping pattern onto that trail off in the distance. Follow it around the range, completely around the back side of those antennas, and then shunk-a-gunk-a-gunk-gunk. I think I can do it.
Parts of this are pretty intense. For me, I'm not in the best physical shape of my life. I'm not in the worst either. If you're planning on doing this, just kind of gauge me as an example. If you, oh, a horse. A horse was here. I wonder if his name is Charlie and if he's gonna visit me soon. Charlie horse? Most likely. It doesn't hurt to take a breather. Not in a rush. It doesn't hurt to just take a little breather, catch your breath. Oh, what the heck?
I just noticed there is a stash of letters in there that people have written, walked up here, and thrown them inside the trunk of this tree. Get away from me, fly.
Compared to Florida, there are very few bugs in Southern California, but the ones that are here, they find me very easily.
And from here, we can get our first decent view of the skyline. We've come a long way, but we're still heading right up there. Still a pretty good ways to go. Up this way to the right, and then loop around to hopefully achieve our destination. I am very thankful that it is cloudy today. This time of the year, if the sun was beaming down heavily, it would make this much more oh, is that a bench? There's a bench up there.
I'm certain it was placed here to get a view of the overlook, but I'm counting my blessings. It's a nice place to just take a little sit. Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
To catch my breath while enjoying the scenic quietness of this. Amazing. I love it up here. Look at that. It looks as if, oh yes, we did. You made it. We made it. We made, something doesn't seem right. Because over here, there's a sign stating that it's still approximately another mile or so to the sign. Someone fooled us by that "you made it" sign. Someone fooled us. Oh, crap. Hitting the first pattern of a very, very slight descent. Only for a few yards and then back up again, but I'm not complaining. It's going downhill right now. I'm pretty grateful for that.
What's up, little guy? You doing the hike too? You by yourself? You wanna tag along? You wanna join me? Shall you? Oh, never mind. He's got his family with him. And a little baby.
All right. I'll let you be. I'll let you be. The long and winding road, dun dun, that leads to the sign. Kind of see the antennas right there.
I'm not even gonna pretend that these are petunias, but in all reality, what are they? What kind of plant are those? If I chowed down on those, would I have a into the wild moments?
From this point, you can see the Griffith Observatory on the far left of your screen, and right in the middle of these two ranges, faintly in the smog, you can see downtown Los Angeles, of course Hollywood, over to the right. The observatory normally is the closest spot. That's the generalization of where you stand normally to see the sign. But I have a feeling when we turn this corner, the grand reveal will be directly in front of us. Tucked away in the canyon down there are some horses. That'd be really cool to ride a horse through here. It's been a long time since I rode a horse. It'd be more epic to ride it up to the sign, if that's possible. A creature of the wild. A creature of the wild. Jurassic Park? Prepare thyselves. Prepare thyselves. I think it's good. It is. It's happening. Ah, ah, look at that. We're nearly there. You'll notice there's a fork in the road. If you take the one to the right and go up the mountain, you can lead up to behind the sign, which is where I'm gonna go. But if you take the one to the left and veer around, there is a viewing area from the front. I've seen it from the front enough times. I wanna see it from the top. I wonder which way he's going. You going to the top, buddy? You going to the top? Someone has scribbled out the word back and wrote top. I wonder if I can climb on top of it. That would be pretty exciting.
In reality, there would be heavy legal fees. Plus there's a huge fence and cameras everywhere and helicopters flying around. This is the hardest part of the hike. Straight up, 9/10 of a mile. Oh man.
Seriously, pretty much straight freaking up.
I swear this feels like the never-ending road. It just goes on and on and on and
on. The opposite side of the path, in the direction I'm heading, is Forest Lawn Cemetery, down there at the bottom of the mountain. And if you look faintly past the freeway, ABC Studios and Disney Animation Disney Studios. Continuing on though, continuing on. And near the summit is this placard. Cohanga Peak was added to Griffith Park with the help and support of donors worldwide, and most of them are in the movie industry. And if you look closely, there is an etching of the sign right there that I'm heading to. Just around this corner. If my calculations are correct, we should be seeing it at, oh yes, oh yes. Holy cow. That also starts with an H and an O and an L. That's the Hollywood sign right there. Plenty of barbed wire, alarms, signage stating you are not allowed. Look at the cameras. Lots of cameras documenting anyone that's up to no good. The odds of getting caught are pretty good. Some people get away with jumping the fence and never get caught. I'm not going to chance it. But how amazing is that? Just a few more steps up to the top of that embankment for the best view in the house. We've come this far. Might as well go a little farther. I use the word majestic pretty often, but I have to say, in this instance, it applies. It definitely applies. I'm just soaking it in. Always wanted to do this. Wow. The Hollywood sign. Above it. Not below it, looking up. Above the sign itself. Pretty freaking cool, to say the least. Mission accomplished. Hollywood? Some things you just have to experience. You just have to experience. Would I do this again? Probably. But I would do things a little bit differently. I would bring a backpack. I would bring more Gatorade and water than what I had. I ran out almost towards the top. Still had a little bit of water when I reached the summit, but now it's gone. Now I have to make the complete way back down the mountain without anything to drink, which I should be good because most of it is slightly downhill. If you decide to do this, I would recommend going to the parking area, not walking the 2 miles that I did starting off this morning from my place to the starting point, because that just added to it. Also do it on a day like I did when it's slightly overcast or not scorchingly hot. It's not an expert hike by any means. I don't really know a lot about hiking, but if I had to grade it, it's not easy, but it's not hard. So if you're not used to hiking, if you're not used to walking a lot, you might want to rethink it, because this is slightly difficult for those who normally are not out and about or walking uphill. Or give it a little bit of thought before you make the commitment. Other than that, amazing, incredible to stand up there and look over LA and Hollywood and see the sign from an angle that not a lot of people get to see it from. Thanks for joining me on this mission. Something I've wanted to do for a long time. There might be a couple other options on ways to get up here. This was the one I chose just simply because it's easy to punch in Google Maps, park your car, which I walked, but if you had a car, park your car, and then just follow the path I took, and you also could accomplish this. And one other thing that would have been wise, some sunblock. At least I have this though. Vlog over.